What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Keto Rewind. Thanks for clicking on today's video. I have a short and sweet video for you today. It's a weekly weigh-in. We have a topic today that I'm going to talk about with using weight loss tools that are personal to you. But I do want to say before I jump into that, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a healthcare professional. I am just explaining my own story, overcoming obesity and rewinding my health from a morbidly obese weight to a healthy weight, living a ketogenic lifestyle that's focusing on a high protein and low carb approach, moving my body and putting in that hard work to truly make those unhealthy habits into the new healthier me. So if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications. You won't miss any videos. So now let's talk about the week update. And I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, New Aqua Systems. About 8 months ago, I got a reverse osmosis water filtration system. This one has 5 filters in it, and it makes the tap water taste delicious when you're filling up all of your waters. And we all know how important it is to stay hydrated, specifically with water, when you're in a weight loss journey, and also to be able to maintain that healthy new lifestyle. So let me show you what I have. So in my sink, I have the regular, tap water that comes out of this faucet. But I also have the reverse osmosis system hooked up to this spigot, and I can get my delicious tap water right out of the sink. So I can drink this, it tastes delicious without having all of that disgusting chemicals and gunk and all the stuff that comes out of the tap water that makes it so that nobody wants to drink that water. So I get my water, that's how I easily get in all of my water per day. It's how my kids keep all of their water bottles for their sports tournaments, everything all filled up with delicious tasting water. No complaints here. But it is also important to make sure you replace those filters. Being that it's been 8 months and we use a lot of water in this house, it is now time to replace my filters. Regularly changing out your reverse osmosis filters is crucial to maintaining your water quality and your system efficiency. Over time, the filters accumulate contaminants and debris, reducing your filtration effectiveness and potentially compromising the purity of your water. Timely replacements ensure optimal filtration, safeguarding against impurities, and the longevity of your reverse osmosis system. So there are 2 ways to get these filters. You can just buy them outright, replace them as you see fit, or you can sign up for the subscription and have them automatically delivered to you every 6 months. If you do the subscription, you're getting a 10% off savings, which, every little bit helps. And also you can cancel it at any time, or you can change the frequency, and the subscription also ensures that your lifetime warranty stays active. One other thing that I love about New Aqua System versus their competitors is the 120 days love it guarantee. And at any time during that 120 days that you tried it and you're not satisfied, you can return it for a full refund. So if you'd like to give New Aqua Systems a try, I have a coupon code for you that is effective until August 1st, 2024. Use coupon code Keto Rewind with the link down below and get 5% off your system. Thanks, New Aqua, for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to the weekly update. Okay, so first things first, my voice sounds weird. Yes, I am not sick. I actually kind of lost my voice through the past weekend. My daughters had so many tournaments this weekend. My oldest daughter plays on a select softball team and 2 recreational softball teams and a competitive volleyball team. All 4 of her teams had a tournament this weekend because, why not? And then my youngest daughter also plays on 2 rec softball teams and a recreational volleyball team who also had tournaments. So the entire weekend, I think we had 9 softball games and 4 volleyball games. So being that my kids are on pretty decent teams, we ended up winning and duking it out to the end. So my voice is gone from cheering. My girls did fantastic. I'm so proud of them. But it did it did kind of compromise my voice a little bit because that was a lot of games to cheer for, and Mom is the #1 fan. So anyways, that's why I sound weird. I'm not sick. It's just my voice is mad at me for cheering my kids on so hard. With that said, I do have a weekly update. So last week I knew I was going to be super busy. I was going to have only 1 day that I could actually get a workout in. time-wise, because I had to go to cardiologist, I had to take my kids to dental appointments, doctor appointments. You know, like, it was just so much stuff during the week, and the time that I normally can set aside and walk to get my steps in, my 10,000 steps, was pretty much, it was gone. I didn't have that. So I had to focus on nutrition last week, which is okay because sometimes nutrition is what you should focus on. You know, back in, when I look back, my weight loss journey has really all focused on nutrition being the key factor in changing your life. You can't use a workout to overcome a bad diet. It doesn't work that way. Nutrition is key. So I couldn't rely on all the steps and all the stuff that I was doing last week to ensure I would have a loss in the scale this week. So that meant I need to make sure I dial it in, watch what I'm doing, and I need to not eat the calories that I would normally eat to fuel those workouts, you know, so you have to eat less when you're not working out to stay in a caloric deficit. All in all, I handled it just fine. I did severely miss that workout. I can't even describe how much I rely on that mental release every day when I'm walking and I'm listening to my music, and it's just that part of my day that just brings it all down. It quiets the chaos. So I did notice how much I need that workout. So I'm thankful that I do that because it's why I've been having such success in my weight loss journey this time around as the final hoorah. So with that said, I had to use different weight loss tools to be able to make sure I had a loss in the scale this week. So for one, I knew that I was going to have 2 days on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, that I was literally going to have no time to eat. Like legitimately, when you play 8 softball games in 2 days, you know, they're 75-minute games. You know, I'm out of town for the select part of the tournament. You know, the rec ones are in town, but the commute and everything, there was no time to eat. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to dig into my toolbox that I found, you know, that's full of what works for me to help dig me out of the rut, to keep me focused, to keep me on track, you know, it just more motivation to keep going. I have that toolbox, which I'll link in the description box. I mean, I'll link in the cards right here. I'm not sure what side. All about your toolbox. And that is basically your recipe catered to you on how to keep going, you know? So when you have a tool such as intermittent fasting, that's in my toolbox. Not everybody can do intermittent fasting or fasting in general. It's not for them. But for me, it works awesome, and I like to use it as a weight loss tool when I need it. So this weekend, I knew I was gonna be freaking busy, so we were gonna fast this weekend. So I focused on just drinking my water with electrolytes, clear liquids, and then I was doing a 23-1 fast, or basically OMAD, 1 meal a day. So I didn't eat all day. We were up at 5, didn't come back home until late in the evening, when I would just grab, you know, dinner. So I did not eat throughout the day. I just drank my water. So that's kind of like a 23-hour fast with a 1-hour break of an eating window. So I did that Saturday and Sunday, and it's one of those things where it's, if you know you're going to be busy, your head can't even remind you that you had to eat. Like if you're just going bam, 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 that is the time to throw fasting in, because you're just too busy to eat. You don't have time to hone in. Am I hungry? Do I crave a cookie? You know, I want something sweet. All of that stuff is quiet because you're busy. The eating is in the back burner. I did make a huge effort to make sure I was drinking because we were sweating our tails off outside in the Texas heat. So I made sure to bring gallons of water and bring some electrolytes. So that's basically what I did. I drank coffee in the morning and switched to water with electrolytes the rest of the day, ate dinner. So that is a weight loss tool that's in my toolbox. That's one of the tools that I use. It's not something that I do every day. I don't have time. I don't actively try to do fasting. Right now, I do it when I can, you know, it's not like a strict schedule. So I knew in order to stay on track and that I wanted to keep the weight loss going, I knew that I needed to switch it up and grab something out of the toolbox and use it. So that gives me another, like, the topic about weight loss tools. There's a ton of things that are going to be unique to you that will either motivate or inspire you. In my toolbox, or my weight loss toolbox, I have my fat pictures, or also known as my before pictures. So when I feel like when I've been in a rut and I haven't seen the scale move in a while, I will look at those pictures to see how far I've come. You know, I'm not that person every day. It's the reminder of this girl right here, you know, wanted more for herself. So do it, you know, get off the couch, get moving, make the good choice, you know, like all that, you know, just looking at those pictures. And then it realizes where you are now, you know, and it appreciates what you've done for the girl that's in those old pictures, right? I also have, you know, notes from my kids that say, "Mommy, let's go. I love that you're doing cartwheels with me again," you know, just stuff that I would not have been able to do when I'm 300 pounds, right? So like little notes from my kids, if I just have that moment where I'm like, I just want to give up, I grab that toolbox and I read one of those notes from my little girls that cheer me on, right? Or a note from my husband. Let's see, I have recipes that are tried and true recipes, also known as like rescue recipes. So if I've had a day where I went off track, I know these recipes are tried and true. They've made me lose weight in the past. They're easy to make. They require very little ingredients. You know, I grab those rescue meals or recipes and then I make them and I get back on track. So these are just things that I keep in my toolbox to help keep me motivated and inspired to meet my weight loss goals. So I do challenge you this week, if you have not watched those videos about your toolbox, your weight loss toolbox, watch those videos and make your own toolbox. And this way that when you have moments where you just need that inspiration or motivation, it speaks to you and it reminds you of where you need to go. You know, like what your goals are. What are you doing this for? You know, that reminder. So basically, that is the goal for this week is just make your toolbox and make it speak to you. And then when you have moments where you like can utilize one of those tools, take that tool and use it. What's in that toolbox is not like the permanent fix. You know, like I'm not going to go and do intermittent fasting every single day. Like I just don't need to do that anymore at this point in my life. But it was a wonderful tool to use when I needed to get on track, when I needed to, you know, find a way to make it through an event without, you know, hitting the concession stand, you know, like that kind of thing. So, but they're just tools that I just use and, you know, just cycle through them. And eventually, when I have all that recipe for success in that book, then I know that that's my secret or my recipe to get to my goal, you know, to make sure I see it all the way through to the end. So being that my voice is not very happy, I'm going to jump into part 2 real quick, and that's the weigh-in for the week. I ended up losing 1 extra pound this week. So as much as I wanted to be more, it's still a loss. I didn't have to work out. I didn't walk 25 miles this week to get that pound off, you know. So it was cool that nutrition alone does make that big of an impact, that if you pay attention to what you put in your body, make the right choice, it comes off. So I am now down to 226, and that makes my total weight loss here on the screen. So I am getting closer and closer to my goal. So I'm 26 pounds, or I guess 26 pounds to Wonderland. And Wonderland being when you're weighing 199 pounds or less. So I'm almost there. That's getting exciting. It keeps me motivated. This week, I'm also going to be super busy. I will walk when I can, but I'm also going to be paying attention to my nutrition this week. My kids are out of school on Thursday and they're out for their summer. So I have 4 days of like peace and quiet still here at the house before the mayhem of summer begins. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure if you want to check out New System and get yourself a reverse osmosis water filtration system, use my link down below in the description box with my coupon code. I will see you at the next video. I'm Jess. You're watching Keto Rewind. Bye-bye.